How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is the third live stream for Carpathian Countryside. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're having a fantastic night so far. I see there are several people already out in the chat. We are hustling and bustling already, and I'm glad to see it. Let's go ahead and get to reading, and we will catch up with the chat, and we'll also wait here while anybody else wants to join us. So, starting with Reckless Gaming. Reckless, how's it going, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Reckless says, hey, sorry I missed your live streams. It has been exams. No worries, Reckless. No worries whatsoever. I completely understand. Sometimes life happens, and hey, exams are definitely important, bud. You got to make sure that you're doing good on those. Let's see. Will, hey, how's it going, Will? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Will says, yo, what up? What up, Will? Hope you're having a good one so far, bud. Ken says, hey, guys, everyone good today. Hey, how's it going, Ken? Hope you're having a fantastic day. It has been a good day. Very good day. I am, I'm very, very happy, very pleased to be on tonight. I was, scrambling today because I saw that they released a map today, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to dedicate time to the map. I wanted to stream tonight. I really wanted to stream tonight, so it was one of those I was really kind of chomping at the bit to get on here, but I had a little bit of free time this afternoon. I was able to work through it, and it wasn't that complex of a map, so kind of a win-win. Thankfully, it wasn't something like a Carpathian Countryside or like any other insert large involved map here. So thankfully, that was a good thing. Let's see. Will says, how's everyone? Doing good, Will. Doing fantastic. Reckless says, good, thanks. Let's see. Ken says, good, Will. And Will says, the Case IH Steiger 715 wheeled version got released today. That is a beaut, too. Love it. Jonah, hey, how's it going, Jonah? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. And Jonah, you and I gotta have a talk there, bud. This is now 2 streams in a row where you haven't been the first one to comment on the stream. You're slipping, bud. You're slipping. Just gotta get this under control. Just saying. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyways. Let's see. Ken says, yeah, I saw that. Will says, hopefully we will get decent amount of mods tomorrow. You know, based on all the mod list that I've seen here recently, there seems to be a lot of outstanding mods. So I would imagine we're going to get a big dump of mods here very, very soon. Especially considering we only got, only a couple of new ones today. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Ken says, what up, Jonah? Will says, Jonah, what up? Ken says, Donut BDD told everyone, but my birthday was on Wednesday and Pipe and Paul's was on the same day. That's awesome, bud. Happy birthday. I did not realize it was both you and Paul's, though. That is awesome. Happy birthday to you both. Let's see. Will says, I feel like we are going to get a lot of mods tomorrow. That is definitely a possibility. Absolutely. A few more maps were dropped. Let's see. Wait, a few more maps were dropped today or just in general? Let's see. Will says, I let him know as early as I could and saw when the map released. Yes, thank you, Will, so much for that. That's what helped me be able to, get on top of it and make sure that we are able to have this stream tonight. So I'm very thankful for that. Let's see. Jonah says, I was the first. I left a comment saying, don't forget to check the merch. I didn't see that comment. I was the first to leave a comment saying, don't forget to... Huh. Let me hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, that comment never even came through on my, That's weird. Well, you know what? I appreciate you coming by and leaving a comment either way. Greatly appreciate it. I retract previous statement. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling. We've got a lot of stuff to do here tonight. We have got police on our tail, apparently. We've got 3 contracts. As you can see here, we got 2 cultivating and 1 plowing. So let's get to going on that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let's see. Plowing's on 12. Where is 12? Ooh, okay. Well, we've got to go by the farm. Gonna have to figure this out. And I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of let these workers just chug along. I'm just gonna let them do their thing, and then we're gonna get some work done around the farm, because we've got we left off working on grass. Is the last that we kind of attacked. So we're, oh, hey, easy. Oh, there's a sign. Just took it for a ride. That's okay. All right, so where am I going? I guess I can make a right coming up here, the next intersection, and then just kind of follow this out towards 12. Yeah, that's going to be a good way to go about it. But, so we were talking about maps just a minute ago, and I want to get everybody's opinion on the most recent maps that have released. So there were two new ones that had released, and they were called, let's see, I've got them here. Hold on one second. All right, one was called the Farming Simulator 14 Rebuilt map, and the other one was called Giants Island Crystal Edition. Those were the 2 most recent map tours that I've done for the channel. Now, I kind of want people's opinion on those maps. The reason for that is because me personally, I'm not a huge retro kind of guy. I tend not to look backwards in the world of gaming. I tend to look into the future. It's very rare that I'll be like, you know what, I just have a craving to play some old game kind of thing. And I had gotten a couple of comments regarding the Crystal Island, and in particular, because I gave that one a rather negative review. Can I go this? Yeah, I can go this way. Okay. Just gonna think thin. It's gonna get tight. Anyways, not you know what? Negative comments probably a little harsh. Not negative, just people that would disagree with my rating. I gave it a 1.5. And originally, when I was doing the kind of walkthrough, I decided I was going to give it a 2. But I changed it right there on the fly, and it's like, you know what? No, I think that just that kind of gut feeling, I need to give it something a little lower. That's just how I felt. And I'm going through and reading some of these comments and whatnot, and it just... The reason that I had mentioned, for those who haven't seen the tour, the reason I gave it such a low score, is particular that one, is because it just had this very bad mix of retro polygonal shapes, like especially at the port. The shapes were very kind of what's the right way to say it? It basically, like, the equipment that you're in was like nice, clean, new, and everything that we're used to seeing here in FS22, but the environment that you're in was like a blast from the past, like almost like it was on like an old console, like a seriously old console that just didn't have the processing power to handle all the new stuff. And it was just one of those where I was just very much disappointed in the overall presentation of the map, because again, it just seemed like it was a clash of worlds and design. I guess I don't have an entrance over here. Well, I guess we'll have to make one. Let's do that. Just drop that down. There we go. So something like that should be fine. So yeah, it was one of those I was very much kind of taken aback and just really kind of put off by it, because it just, one, again, I'm very much not a reverse gaming kind of person. I'm not huge on, like, if I have FS22, it would be incredibly rare that I'd go out and play FS19 or 17 or so on and so forth. It's very, very rare. So it's one of those where I've already kind of seeded my bias in that fact. But then I was seeing the nice crisp tractors and equipment and all that stuff, but then seeing the barns and buildings all kind of polygonal, squared off, and everything's just kind of made like, I get it that there's some creative I don't want to say liability, but some creativeness in the fact that it's supposed to be like this kind of throwback map kind of thing, this kind of nod to a previous age of farming simulator. But I don't know. It just, at the end of the day, I was just very like meh, just wasn't very impressed with it. And I just kind of wanted to get, people's opinions and see what everybody thought of them, because, it's one thing for me not to be impressed. It's completely different if others are like, you know what, Dave, you're a little off base here, or no, Dave, I think you're right. Not looking for affirmation or contention or anything like that. Just curious, just really curious on what people's views are on that one. Just specifically because of my point of view, I know I'm kind of biased in that point, and I tried to point that out in the tour itself. But I also wanted to, just like I said, I just wanted to seed and see what people thought. And I am well aware this is not how you plow. I am just trying to get a good spot going to where we can set the worker off and let them kind of chug away. That's something else I've been getting some comments on here lately. Is, oh, you don't do it the way that I expect you to do it. And I never understood why people would leave comments like that. It's, oh, well, you're not doing the plowing right, or you're not doing this right. It's like, yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware that you're not supposed to go around the perimeter when plowing. I know you're not supposed to do this stuff, but it's just how I play. It's especially when I'm trying to just set up a worker and whatnot, just trying to give them the biggest runway as possible. Which I think we can send them off in that direction. I think it'll be okay. Question mark, question mark. So there's the entrance I was looking for, but I obviously came in on the wrong side. Oh well. Let's see. There we go. So now let's get the next one. Let's see. So the big one in the cultivating is 16. Or no, I'm sorry. 33. So where's 33? Okay, right down there. So let me read the chat here real quick and see what everyone's saying up until this point. So we've got... Will says, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, get notified, hit the like button, and make sure to share. Yes, thank you very much there, Will. I greatly appreciate it. I do see 2 likes. If there's anybody else who wants to hit that like button, I greatly appreciate it. Jonas says, I bought snacks for the live stream. Ooh, nice. Get cozy, get comfy, because we're going to be here for a few hours enjoying ourselves. Philippa, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Says, hi, BDD. Reckless says, the live streams ended for me for some reason. Huh, that's weird. Let me just check. Let's see. So it looks like the stream health is looking pretty good. So hopefully you're able to come back in and have no more issues. Will says, the video is laggy for me, and it crashed. Really? That's weird, yeah. I'm showing good stream health on my end, so if you all are having issues, feel free to back out and come back in. Maybe that'll help fix it. Maybe something on YouTube just kind of, did their thing. Reckless says, yeah. Will says, it keeps lagging for me. And me too. Jonas says, me, a 3, BDD, may want to check your internet connection. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting good solid health on my end. Let's see. Let me just double check something real quick. Whoops. Yeah, everything's looking good here. So, potentially try and back out and come back in and see if that helps at all. Philippa says, "How is everyone today?" Philippa, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Let's go ahead and get going. So let's see. Nope. Other way. Wiggle bottom. Whew, we got the dually too. All right, so 33 is where? Oop, too many button clicks. Okay, so we've got to actually go way down. Let's see. So we got to skip by the first right turn and go to the kind of main paved road. This is going to be... There we go. So yeah, we're just going to take this over to the field there. We're going to get them going. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the field with telephone poles in it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, see, we got telephone poles. So I might send the worker off going kind of east to west. Might be the best bet. Let's see. So we can get this one set up. We're going to get all the workers set up. Once they're all set up, we can just kind of ignore them, let them kind of do their thing. And then, like I said, we've got some things on the farm we got to take care of. We have a grass field that we have to get mowed. We have to... I think I'm going to make it all into silage. I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to split it 50-50 between silage and hay, or if I'm going to do all silage or all hay. Because I don't have any sheep, that's the thing, is normally I'd kind of go with either just straight up grass and just kind of bale it and store it away, or I'd do, silage and hay, or like, who knows. But I have pigs on the farm. I have horses, pigs, and cows are the kind of main animals that I have access to at the moment. So I basically want to make things that are going to be beneficial to those animal types. Alright, so where is it from here? Okay, so it's after the intersection. Biogas. Oh, I just... Oops. I'm just taking out signs left and right with reckless abandon. I don't care. Signs? Where we're going, we don't need signs. Oh, that's a movie I haven't seen in a while. I should pop that in, give that a look-see. Good old Back to the Future. That is such a classic right there. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Let's see. So we're going to just pull in right here next to the bus stop. Get this all unloaded. Well, not unloaded, but unfolded. That's the word. Ken says, "How's your wife's pregnancy going?" It is going fantastic. Well, it's going good. It's going good so far. We got some news that we were slightly worried about at first until we actually spoke with a doctor. So turns out the little one is in the 13th percentile of body weight, which is not unusual for our situation. We're a bit older, and we are both bariatric patients. Now, me personally, no bearing on this whatsoever, but my wife is a bariatric patient, or was a bariatric patient. She had a gastric bypass, same as me. And it's one of those where, because malabsorption is a problem, then obviously it can be an issue for the baby. It requires close monitoring and all that stuff. Um, so at our last week's appointment, we ended up getting, the news that, hey, she's, very, very light, and, we need to kind of pay attention on the next one, which is going to be this Tuesday, to figure out the next course of action. If she kind of tips below the whole I think they said the 10th percentile in weight, then most likely we're going to be basically staying at the doctor's office next week and kind of going from there, and potentially even doing a C-section from that point. So one of those where we're kind of playing everything by ear, but right now everything's going fine, everything's good. Like I said, we were a little worried when we were first hearing it, because it was just the tech. The tech was sitting there, telling us, oh yeah, they're in the 13th percentile and all this stuff. But I can't really explain to you what that means. I can't really, I'm not the doctor, so I can't do this, I can't do that kind of thing. It's like, great, so you're gonna get our blood pressure up and get us freaked out, wondering about the worst of the worst kind of things, and no kind of settling that down kind of thing. And that was in the point where the doctor wasn't going to be at, but my wife had a doctor's appointment with her OB later that evening, or later that day, and we ended up hearing from him. He's like, look, there's nothing to worry about right now. The only thing is that if the baby drops below the 10th percentile, then we'll go in and kind of deal with it from there. But one of those where as long as she's above the 10 percentile, then we're okay. So yeah, one of those unnecessary startles from our tech, but I mean, it is what it is. It was one of those that at least it was wiggle bottom. There we go. Every time I gotta get used to driving these wiggle bottom tractors. Every time I take a prolonged period of time away from them, especially because I'm in third person. When I was in first person, I didn't have any problems with the wiggle bottoms, but third person, I always look at the rear of the tractor, and you always overshoot your driving position by looking at the rear. So I have to always remember, no, I got to stare at the front. So I get into that whole serpentine, like slalom, just kind of wiggling around until finally it works out. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we're kind of going through at the moment. We'll see how everything goes, but so far so good. No cause for alarm according to the doctor. So we're just gonna keep everything on the positive side. Keep our prayers up, and kind of go from that point. Let's see. Ken says, I know it's worrying time for you. Yes. Yeah, it was. It was very much a worrying time. And like I said, I'm 40 years old. My wife's, a couple years younger than I am. So it's one of those, like, time's an issue. There's the gastric bypass that's an issue. There's just so many things that's just working against us, kind of thing. And we've gotten lucky. I mean, our IVF journey and all that stuff, I've said numerous times, we are the very, very lucky ones in that whole process, because we know tons of people, tons and tons, because my wife, she goes to these not messaging boards, but like what's the right word, like Facebook page where people from our specific clinic that we go to will kind of sit there and message and say, oh, this is what I went through, this is what I'm going through, and all this stuff. And there'll be times where she'll read stories from people where they'll get dozens upon dozens of eggs. Of those dozens, maybe half of them are within grade level to be able to be implemented and planted, and then from there, none of them stick, none of them stay, and it's just a constant constant battle for them of just even trying to get the process started. You know, we got extremely lucky. We had 4 eggs total that were within the harvesting, that we were able to get harvested, 2 of which were within grade level to be able to be used, and we were, you know, blessed enough to be able to have, or to have our first daughter, and now going on to our second. So it's one of those where, you know, it could have been, you know, a very, very different story for us. And we, like I said, that's I will forever say that I am absolutely blessed to be in the situation I'm in now, because it was a struggle. It was a struggle to get to this point, but, you know, just grateful that we got there. Let's see. Jonah with the Wiggle Bottom Tractors. Jay Meister, hey, how's it going? Jay, hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Let's see. Says, wow, I do see what y'all are talking about with it jumping. That is so weird. I just looked at the screen to see that it's definitely jumping around. Anything that I can do on my end to try and alleviate that? Alright, let's see if that helps. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully that works out. Okay. So Jay, how's it going? Like I said, hope you're having a fantastic day so far. And Reckless says it is 4 a.m. in South Africa. Woo! Reckless, holy smokes, bud. That is early. Wow. All right, so I'm hoping that things kind of stable itself out. We'll see how that goes, though. Okay. So we got this all up and running. This is working perfectly. Now on to the last one. Let's get this up and running. This is going to 14, which is going to be a perfect spot. Going to put us right close to the farm there, and we'll be able to really get to work. There we go. And just let me know if the kind of jumping seems to continue. So far, I'm not seeing it kind of jump around anymore. It looks like it might have straightened itself out, but we'll see. We'll see how that all goes. So now we're going to take this over to, what 14? Did I say 14? Yeah, 14. Let's see, how can I get there? Yeah, we'll go through the farm there. Well, no, it looks like we can actually pass through just south of the farm, go through town, and kind of go that way. That's the way we're gonna go. I think that's right. Yeah, okay. So yeah, anyways, you know, we're just kind of playing it by ear at this moment. We're seeing how everything goes. Tuesday will be a big determining factor on what happens from that point on. If the little one, like I said, if the little one still is, you know, trending downwards in the percentiles, then they'll take action from there. But she's at a stage right now to where even if, you know, they need to take her out right then and there and not let her go to full term, which she never was going to go to full term. Our doctor was going to always had always planned on taking her at least a week early. That tends to be his kind of thing, is to go about a week early. I'm not exactly sure why, but anyways, he would just go a couple more weeks early because we were expected at the end of the month. Um, like the 30th first is around the time they were expecting to have the baby. Um, but now they're talking, maybe as soon as next Tuesday. So we're talking just a few days, early. Oh, and I'm just driving past and let's see. Jonas says, or no, wait. Sorry, I skipped. Ken says, I'm having to go on Buckland Map. Ooh, very nice. Now, if I'm not mistaken, be very careful on the horse farm. I don't know if it's still an issue, and it was claimed that it was fixed, but if I remember, that's the map. There's a horse farm, and it's marked with a yellow circle on the kind of bottom left-hand-ish corner of the map. And if you buy a horse and try to ride the horse, it turns your screen black. Even though the update said that it fixed this and all this stuff for consoles, it was one of those that I still experienced it even after the update took place. So just be careful. I don't know if horse is your thing or not, but one of those where if they are, then you might want to just be careful kind of thing, and kind of proceed with caution. Save often is essentially what I'm saying, and kind of go from that point, because I'd hate for anybody to be playing on something and all of a sudden just boom, just kind of kills a significant portion of a save file or whatever the case may be, because that's always the absolute worst. Whenever you're making progress, you're getting stuff done, and then all of a sudden something outside of your realm of control, whether your game freezes or something gets whatever the case may be, that is the absolute worst, and the worst feeling that to come across you, especially when you made a ton of progress and you haven't saved in a while. Ugh, that is the worst, the absolute worst. So this is a field that's broken into two sections that's kind of cut in half by this little road here. That's actually kind of cool. I don't often see maps where that's the case, where you have a single field that's just kind of broken into two parts. There we go. Now I think I can kind of set them off from here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get this worker going. And then we'll set off from there. Yeah, see, now it looks like the stream is more stable. I keep looking over at the preview just to make sure that everything looks kind of on the level. So hopefully we're back to a better position now. I don't know why I was doing that. Alright, let's try this. Oh. Struggle. There you go. Alright, cool. So now, let's go ahead and catch up with the chat. So, Reckless says, it's all good. Jonah says, what should I eat? Cheez-It, Doritos, or sour gummy worms? Ooh. Cheez-Its, Doritos, or sour gummy worms. Here's the problem, Jonah, is that you got two wildly different kind of categories there. You've got kind of the salty and the sweets. So what are you in the mood for? Are you in the mood for salty or sweet? And then if you're in the mood for salty, then out of Cheez-Its or Doritos, then my money is going to be on the Cheez-Its. I am a huge Cheez-It fan. Love Cheez-Its. So that's what I'm going to say for the salty. If you're going to go with the suite, then that's your choice. So let's see. Reckless says, go subscribe now. Yes. Yes. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, share, do all the things that helps out in the algorithms. It helps out a ton, and thank you so very, very much. Ken says, did 4 contracts, completed 4, but the other 2 failed. Even though I completed them, though. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I know there was some kind of issue there on Buckland. Now, again, it might be a different map that I'm thinking of with the horses and whatnot, but I know there were some issues that were resolved here recently. I think one of them was the sheep pasture was fixed. And something to do with the road network, I think. I'm trying to remember, like, all the stuff. I do so many tours and updates and all this stuff that all this stuff kind of runs together after a while. So it's really hard for me to remember unless I'm like looking like directly at it. All right. So far, so good. We are getting a ton of stuff done. Ooh, come on, cut it. There we go. Let's see. If I remember right, we actually bought this mower, didn't we? Again, it's been a few days since we've been on here doing the live stream for Carpathian, so I completely forgot. Did we buy this mower or did we lease it? Let's check it out. Nope, wrong screen. Owned items, mower. Ha ha ha! We own the mower. That's right. Nice. So yeah, once we get all this mowed, the next thing we're going to be working on is picking it up. Now, like I said, I got to decide, am I going to make this all in the silage? Am I going to... Yeah, I got to figure it out. I've got to figure out what the plan is. Because we've got cows, we don't have them, but we have room for cows, we have room for pigs, and we have room for horses. And it's one of those where... Oh, you know what? Alright, so here's the thing is... Well, no. Horses take forever. I was going to say that we could do something with the horses and kind of get them up and running. Because I think they need hay and oats, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they've been modified to include root crops like Maypole Farm did. But as far as I'm aware, that's not the case. Yeah, now we're getting there. We're getting there. Getting a little dark in the shade over here, but it is almost, what, 5 o'clock in the evening, so... See, I didn't think this was an actual field, though. Oh, no, this is an actual field. Huh. Okay, it's just not a numbered field. That's weird. Huh. Anyways. So yeah, we're just going to be chugging along here. We're just going to finish this up real quick. How are the workers looking? Okay, they're all chugging along. That one worker there on 33, they're going to have to contend with those telephone poles, but as far as I'm aware, they're mostly in a line. So that's why I sent them going east to west and not north and south, is because they weren't going to run into all those poles going north and south. Going north and south would have ran into all the poles, like an individual line. But going east to west are only going to run into them if they're, perfectly horizontal to the field. They're only going to run into them one time. And as long as they run into them one time, then there's only going to be one small chunk that's going to be missing. The rest of it's going to get done. Let's see. So after this, we have to figure out... Oops. Got to figure out what we're going to do. Do I want to do horses, or do I want to just stockpile this for... Ooh, wait a minute. Ooh, that actually reminded me. We have product already, don't we? How do, we do. We have straw bales. I forgot about that. Yeah. So I could take that, make half and half, and get some cows. Ooh. Yes, please. How is this looking? How are we looking here? That's okay. That's doing all right. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. See, if we were going north and south, we would have hit those strips right there, how there's that missing strip. We would have hit them every single pole, but it looks like exactly what I was saying. Going in this kind of east to west direction, we're just missing these one small strip going in this direction, but we're going to get the vast majority of the field. We might even get enough to be able to complete the contract. So that's awesome. How's this one looking? Chugging along. Oh, yeah, look at that. Perfect. Uh-oh. Come on. Power! There we go. We made it. Let's see. Will said... Nope. Will said, I'm back to show screenshots yet. I have not. I have several people to show, including you, Will. I also have some from Philippa. And do I have any from anybody else? I think it was just you two, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that just to be sure, but let's see. Yeah, I think what we'll do is after we're done cutting the grass, then we'll kind of show screenshots. We'll get that done and out of the way early. And once we get that out of the way, then we'll work on figuring out what to do from here. But I'm starting to lean towards making some of this hay and some of this silage, because once this is hay and silage, we can then make it into TMR, and we've got tons of bales of straw to where we'll be able to pad it out to a very decent level. And I think that'll be a really good way of going about doing this. Yeah, I think that would be for the best. Just kind of take this field, split it in as good of a half as I can possibly do, and then do half hay, half straw. I'm sorry, half hay, half silage, and then kind of go from there. See, I almost need to have like some kind of silo or something just for... Well, no, because I can make them into bales. Oh, yeah, but then... Alright, you know what? I'll stop thinking out loud, and we'll make a decision once it comes to that point, because at this point right now... Oh, somebody completed their task. Who completed their task? The little field. Let's go get them back up and running. There we go. So we got these little chunks we want to deal with here real quick. Because it's such a small field, it's going to not give as much of a threshold to complete the contract. So we're going to have to kind of make sure that this is clean for the most part. There we go. Get this little chunk here. Get one more here. And yeah, we're pretty much done with this section. We're going to go across the way over there to get the rest, but yeah, there we go. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, and we missed a little chunk. Oh, well. This is nice. I tell you what, every time I come onto this map, I just knew every time I was on here, I was like, man, I really want to play this map. I really want to do something with it because it's such a beautiful map. Like, Mr. Hector did a fantastic job on this map. There was a recent update to this map too, and it's just one of those maps that you look around, there's a lot of natural beauty in it. As I've said this before, that there are people out there who are able to encapsulate and capture that kind of natural wonder that is nature. It's just, me personally, I have no idea how anybody does that. How I just was never born with that kind of artistic eye. But being able to come on and see, things like this and just how beautiful the areas are and places can be, just, yeah, it's really cool. It's very, very, it's beautiful. Just flat out beautiful. That's the best word I can come up with to kind of describe this particular map and maps that are similar to it. There we go. Let's get that back up and running. So we've got, Will says picking up grass and alfalfa. Nice. I would love but laugh at the same time if Custom Minds John Deere 9R custom slurry tank and their secret green project plus some awesome buildings get released tomorrow. That would be cool. That would be nice. Like the screenshots. LOL. JK. Let's see. So let's finish off this little chunk here. We're going to get onto the screenshots, go from there, and then we're going to, like I said, we're going to split this in half. We're going to make hay and silage. That's what we're going to do. I'm convinced now that's what we're going to do. The me remembering that we had all those kind of straw bales kind of tipped the scale on this one, because this small field will allow me to get cows up and running in at least one of the cow barns. And once they kind of are up and running in the one barn, then we can kind of slowly but surely kind of upgrade and work towards getting more into the other cow barns and just kind of, again, start getting some product on hand. I think that's going to be a good way to kind of start out. We got that big manure clamp there in the middle of the farm. We've got a bunch of individual slurry pits that we can utilize. I mean, oh, missed a little chunk right there. No grass left behind. Hey, I said no. I said no grass left behind. Do what I'm telling you to. There we go. There, now we're talking. All right, we are done here. Let's go ahead and find a spot to put this away in. Let's see, let me think. Let's go around this side. Let's see, where would be a good place? You know what? I think all my grass equipment will be perfectly kept right here. Any grass equipment that I get, grass or baling, yeah, this will be a perfect spot because that will be right across the way from the bale storage. I'm happy with this. All right. So like I said, let's go ahead, catch up the chat. Let's do that real quick, and then we will go ahead and show off screenshots. Jody! Big Papa Jody, how you doing, bud? Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It's been a rough day. My dad is going to have fun. Oh, it's going on dialysis. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh man, that stinks. And how are you doing, buddy? I'm doing fantastic, bud. Thank you for asking. I'm sorry that you're having a rough day today, but glad to see that you're here. Glad to see that you're able to hang out with us. Let's go ahead and show off those screenshots like I was saying. So let's do that real quick. Let's see. Starting out with... You know what? We will start out with Philippa. Philippa, thank you so much for sending these in. Let's go ahead and start showing those off. Starting out with this here. We've got the beauty barn with the what looks to be a New Holland tractor and a baler. Oh, another view of the New Holland connected to the... This looks like Ravenport, maybe? That's definitely Ravenport right there. Ooh, nice Kloss tractor. Very, very nice. Got the big silo in the back with the hill. Oh, look at that. Got the semi-truck. We got the forage wagon. Got the mountainscape in the background. And we are back at the beginning. Philippa, thank you so much for sending these out to me. I greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Let's check out, see who else sent us some slides. I believe the last one here is Will T Gaming. Will, thank you so much for sending these along. I greatly appreciate it. And we've got the case sprayer right there. Very nice. Got some harvesting going on. With, I believe that's a big Kloss harvester right there. Very, very nice. Oh, we got some side views of the cow barns, it looks like. Oh, look at that. Doing some unloading, maybe. Getting ready to do some unloading. Yeah, you can see the harvester way in the background there. Oh, Steiger. Just got to get that flex arm going. Just Steiger. Look at that. Looks like almost like the thin-wheeled dually. That's not thin-wheeled, but you know what I mean. Oh, we got the rock wall there on the farm. Got some, looks like a JCB in the background. That rock wall, I love that rock wall. Oh, there's the unloading. There it is. Very nice. Moving the cart around. I do like that cart. That is a very interesting looking cart. Oh, some more of the rock wall. Nice cloudy day. And it looks like we are back to the beginning. Will, thank you so much for sending me those screenshots. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let me catch up with the chat just real quick. Let's see. Joey says, it's been one of them days. Left to God if he lives or not. I'm fixing to start me a map. I thought about Constant Farms. That's some beautiful pictures. Yes, 100%. Like I said, bud, I will be praying for you and your father. Hopefully everything works out in the end. You know, that's definitely something difficult to go through, so we'll definitely be keeping you in our thoughts, bud. So let's see. From here, we need a tedder. Let's take a look. Actually, here, let's take a look. Oh, looks like the one contract should be complete. Which it is. We'll collect on that. Ooh, we can do harvesting on 30. Where's 30? All the way down in the southwest portion of the map. Okay. Doesn't look to be that big of a field. We might end up doing the harvesting, but right now we need to worry about grass. So we're going to go back to the shop there. We're going to grab us a harvester, or no, sorry, a tedder of some kind. We'll split the field in half, and then we'll figure out the whole baling situation from there. We're gonna have to get, well, you know, we'll probably grab the telehandler from the shop there, bring it over to the farm, and then kind of go from there, because we don't have any. I mean, I could get some kind of bale loader, but I could get away with something so much cheaper than getting a bale loader. I could just get the telehandler and just, you know, make a few trips. Might end up doing that. Might work that out, because I think that's going to be cheaper and easier. Let's see. So first things first, we need a tedder. All right. So first, let's get the tedder. Let's see, 7 meters, 9 meters. You know what? Yeah, we'll use this one. It's cheap, easy. And lease it for 66 bucks. Nice little trailed one. Let's see, we're also going to need a baler. Let's do... I think we'll do one of these here with the built-in windrower. I think that'll work out better. Why is this one so much more expensive than the other three? I never understood that. Is this... Has a silage tank. Do these other ones have silage tanks? Yes. Why would anybody get this one? Like, this is almost... Like, that's 105,000. This is 173,000 with the Pro Baler. So I don't get it. I don't understand why this one is almost $80,000 more expensive. Doesn't make any sense. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and... You know what? We'll go with the Fendt. We'll go with the silage tank. We'll lease that. $5,000. Yeah. Oh, crud. 180 horsepower. Okay. I almost forgot. Oh, and I'm right at the limit. Oh, man. That's going to be... that might be a little squirrely. We'll see. Whoa! Oh, my dear. It's going to be one of those nights, y'all. Going to be one of those nights. It's going to get crazy. We're going to get crazy. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll kind of dissect the field in half and kind of go from there. Oh, it just dawned on me. If you want to show photos of your farm builds, of anything that you want me to display here on the channel, go ahead and send them to any of my social medias listed in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. I will be sure to gather up all the photos and post them here on the channel when we do our live streams. Should have said that at the very end of when I was showing them, but trailed off. Anywho, watch out, doggy. Yeah, see, there's the manure clamp right there I was talking about. God. Yeah, I think this is gonna be best. All right, let's look at... I think that'd be fair to call this about halfway. Go ahead and do that. Drop this down and turn it on. There we go. All right. Now, got half of this field for hay. Half of this will be turned into silage. We're going to have to get a bale wrapper of some kind, but we'll figure that out. That's not a huge deal. Where it's going to be a bigger deal is figuring out the best way of picking all these bales up. Like I said, I'm leaning towards the telehandler, just taking the telehandler from the shop there, bringing it over with some kind of bale grab of some sort, and kind of going from there. I think that'll be a good way to approach this. So just make our way around like so. Let's see. Workers are still working, so that's good. Oh, as I mentioned. All right, so it looks like 33 is done, but they are not done. All right, so how is this looking? Nope. Okay, so it was a big... I guess it was a bigger chunk than I originally thought it was. Might as well get that. Alright. So let's get this lined up here real quick, and then I will catch up with the chat. I see that it's moving along. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop this right about here. Alright. So let me catch up with the chat just really quickly. We've got... See, Will says that rock wall took forever, LOL. Yeah, I have no doubts about that, bud. There are some small lights on top. Okay, okay. I didn't even notice that. And then Will said, my prayers go with you guys. Yes, same here, bud. Same here, absolutely. Ken says, I'm doing a mustard harvest contract on Pelinier. Ooh, very nice. I will say, I did notice something, and... I'm not 100% certain if this is just localized to me, but on my Pelinier map, I noticed that the little farm shop there, where the farm production, where you can make actual mustard, like jarred mustard and the various other different things you can do, if you load mustard into it and you turn the production on, it just sits there and constantly chugs away. It doesn't actually take away from the mustard that you're putting into it. That's something I noticed towards the well, actually during the editing of one of my previous videos. If you're watching the series, you'll see I actually pointed to the, well, two things actually I noticed. Not only is it not using any of the volume throughout the actual production processing portion of the of that process, but it actually went from like 2,000 liters of mustard, of like off the field mustard, to 12,000 liters of mustard. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's doing that. It's obviously some kind of error with the game itself or with the map itself. But yeah, something to kind of keep in mind. If you're not wanting to kind of have a whole abundance of mustard or anything like that, with that production point, it'll just kind of keep on chugging and chugging and chugging. Even though you've got a limited quantity in there, it basically treats it as unlimited. So just an FYI. But it is a gorgeous map. It is absolutely, I'm having an absolute ball making that series so far. Again, just like this map, just like I was saying before, how, you know, maps just have that certain kind of beauty to them. like this one does, that one is exactly the same. There's just some kind of, beauty that was captured in that map that really just makes it like next level. Let's see, how is this looking for the contract now? 33, 99%. Oh, we're so close. Come on, complete. Just need to move just 2 more inches and then it will complete. There we go. All right, well, now that's chugging along. And now we're chugging along. Let's see. Jody says he has chronic kidney disease. Oh, Jody, I'm sorry to hear that, bud. Appreciate it, buddy. An awesome community here. Jonah says, I'm driving a train with Jasper. No. No, no, no. You're bandying against me there, Jonah. I don't appreciate it. I don't like you conspiring with Jasper. Jasper is... He's a little mess maker. Like, best way I can compare Jasper. Do you remember the old Looney Tune cartoons where Bugs Bunny is... I don't remember if he was in like the Air Force or something like that, if he was in the military, but he got onto like a military plane and there are the gremlins that just take the plane apart as he's like in the midst of flying it. Like, does anybody remember that episode? Does anybody remember what I'm talking about? Like, that's what Jasper is. Jasper is the gremlin. He just sits there and just tries to mess with me. And you know what? He doesn't need any help in achieving that. He can do it all on his own. So Jonah, I just don't appreciate it, Jonah. Just that's where I'm gonna leave it. I don't appreciate you, like I said, bandying against me. You're supposed to be on my side, bud. It's supposed to be on my side. Oh my goodness. Anywho, let's get to this end here and I'll continue reading the chat. Oh, Jasper. The not so friendly farmyard ghost. All right. So we've got oh, the chat moved around. There we go. Jody says, I'm trying to find a good farming map, a real good one. I tell you what, Jody, I'm really loving that, the Pelinier, the French map there. That one's amazing. I'm really enjoying that one. There's the, I mean, there's this one here too. This one's been a really awesome map to play on. There's also... I'm just trying to think of the series I've been through here recently. You know, Cavalier Roy has several really good maps. Several really good maps. Maypole Farm is the series that we just completed a while back. That's a really good map. There's also Riverview Farm. There's tons and tons and tons of maps that Cavalier Roy has done. I think he's done a total of like 5, maybe 6 maps right now. You know, go ahead and check any one of those out. There's, you know, there's that one map, I think it was Omatana made. I think she's actually done like 1 or 2. But the one I'm thinking of is not the kind of start from scratch map, you know, quote unquote, the kind of wilderness map. It's the oh goodness, I can't remember what that map is called, but it basically, it's like like you start out and there's like, you're at this statue and it's a statue of this symbol. I'm not quite sure what the symbol is. If it might be some kind of like personal symbol to Omatana, I'm not 100% certain, but now that's going to drive me nuts what that map was called. It might not even, honestly, might not even been Omatana who made that map. I'm kind of reaching for straws here. I think it's Omatana, but I could be wrong. I'm definitely willing to be wrong on that one. Alright, so now let's go get the baler. Hopefully we have enough horsepower to pull it. We're about 5 miles an hour, or 5 horsepower shy of the required limit. So we'll see. We'll see. May have shot myself in the foot on accident on that one. But another good map, Calmsden Farm. That's a really good map. I've always loved Calmsden Farm. The only thing that kind of drives me nuts is now it's kind of dated. And the only reason I say that it's dated is because you go around and look at the map. There's the masks signs, the signage at several of the sell points and whatnot that indicate, hey, you need to wear a mask inside. That was one thing I always kind of didn't like about that map, is the signage kind of made it feel too real at that point. But I understand it. I understand why it was in there and why it was incorporated. It just, like I said, just made things a little too real. But now it just makes it feel dated. Alright, well, here's hoping. We shall see. We'll see if this little tractor can handle it. I wonder, can I get... I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna need... see, silage additive is what I'm looking for. Silage additive. No, it doesn't. I don't think silage additive is here. So if that's the case, let me go ahead and buy one, because that's the rules and stipulations we have on this one. Is we have to be able, if we can't purchase it directly from a buy point, then we can purchase it, you know, however we want. But in this case, okay. Well, here's hoping. Alright, before I get back to the farm, let's read and catch up with the chat, because we got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see. We've got Ken saying LOL to Jonah. Jody says, thought about trying... Oh, isn't that funny? Thought about trying a Cavalier Roy map. There you go. Yeah, definitely try Cavalier Roy. He makes awesome maps. Absolutely. Ken says, payment for brand names. You know what? That's what I honestly think is going on here. In regards to the baler, I mean, an extra 70 or 80 grand for the other one just doesn't make sense as to why it's that much more expensive. Jody says, what do you think about the other map so far you're playing? So we've got this one here. We've got Carpathian Countryside, and we got Pelligny, the French map. I am absolutely loving both of these maps. Both Carpathian Countryside and Pelligny are 100% beautiful, 5 out of 5 star maps, or 5 out of 5 ratings. Yeah, absolutely love them. They tick every box for me, every single box. And the negatives that are encapsulated in the maps themselves are nowhere near enough to, you know, start ticking it down the ranking list for me. Honestly, if I were to develop a new top 10 list, which maybe one of these days here soon I will be doing, I think both of these would be in the top 10, easily in the top 10. Pelligny and Carpathian Countryside. There's just such natural beauty on both of them that are just easily one of my favorites. Both of them are some of my favorites. Let's see. And then again, anytime you have a map maker that will incorporate kind of additional kind of elements into the map themselves, like different crop types, different, um, just those various different elements. But in Pelagniers you got mustard. In this one you got all sorts of different kind of things that are added into the map itself. I mean, there's tons of stuff going on in this one. There we go. Let's back this up. Lower that down. Fold this out. All right, wish me luck. All right, well, it's moving. That's good. There we go. All right. Well, I mean, so far so good. I'm okay with this. Oh no, oh no, oh no! No, 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 no. Did I screw up? How bad did I screw up? There. Oh, I screwed up bad. Darn it. Oh well. Well, we'll have multiple sized bales. And I'm missing product too. Hey, hey, hey. Batting 1,000, y'all. Batting 1,000. So yeah, now we're just gonna finish baling these. Hey, and it doesn't look like I'm gonna get a whole lot out of this field. Which, I mean, I guess I wasn't expecting to get a ton off of this field. 2 bales so far. Yeah. Let's see. Got that little chunk right there I want to grab. Nope, stop, 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 stop. Don't go into the grass. All right, now we're talking. Like I said, no grass left behind. We want to get as much as we possibly can. I'm actually really shocked that this little tractor is just a small New Holland. 175 horsepower, and it's able to handle this baler. I'm very happy about that because, again, I almost shot myself in the foot. Had we not had a tractor that had been able to move this baler, then, you know, it would have been, what, almost $6,000 down the drain. And then we would have had to at least out another baler that wouldn't have been able to do as good of a job as this one is doing right now. All right. 6 bales so far. You know, I guess every little bit helps. It's one of those that I'm gonna have to get what we can get and be happy with whatever it is we get. There we go. All right, all the hay's picked up. Let's go ahead and spit that bale out like so. Okay. So now this is where the silage additive is going to come in handy. But let's catch up with the chat. So Jody says, try on Lancy Boy's map. Yeah, Lancy Boy map would be good too. You got the American Falls map. That one's a really good map. What are some of the other ones that Lancy Boy has done? Was it Summit Farms? Oh man, I can't remember any of the other ones off the top of my head. Brady, hey, how's it going, Brady? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says, hey everyone, how is everyone tonight? Doing fantastic, Brady. Let's see. Ken says, wonder how long was the dog in quarantine for? How long the dog was in quarantine for? Um, I am so lost, Ken. I am sorry. That one just went right over my head. Ken says, hey to Brad. Let's see. Brady says, hey, Ken. Jody says, how's everyone? How is everybody tonight going? How's your family doing today, buddy? Doing fantastic. As we were mentioning, though, we did get a little bit of a scare from the tech last week regarding the little one there. She's in the 13th percentile in weight. Not uncommon or not unusual for parents who both have done IVF and who are bariatric patients like my wife and I are. Ooh, and that little, let's see, can I, okay, you can't adjust the wings. Now, is that going to still draw them? Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, that's working. That's working. But it's not unusual for bariatric patients to have small babies. Our first daughter wasn't small like our second one is, but we're also a couple of years older. We're just, there's a lot of different factors that are kind of coming into play with baby number two. So far nothing to set off the alarms about, but just kind of stuff that are to be mindful of and to be obviously worried about. Well, not to be worried about, but to be mindful of. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. So we got a decent amount of bales off of that section of the field. I'm actually shocked. It just looked like we weren't going to get a whole ton. And I mean, you figure right now we have 13 on the counter. So that's not bad for this size of a field. And once these bales turn into silage, then that's going to be like go time. Two months from now, we'll have silage. And once we have the silage, then we'll really be in a good spot. We'll be able to get cows from that point. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now, just gonna have to be mindful with this rake here on the baler. It requires you to actually use use your controller to control the height, and it stays stiff. It doesn't actually raise and lower with the landscape. So there are times where it'll just run up high spots, and then you're kind of lifting your rear tires off the ground. That's what we're experiencing here on this one, because there's all these ridges and stuff along the border of the field. All right, now turn that off, eject, fold that away, lift this up, lift that up. Okay. So now, can I unload? I don't think I can unload. I was hoping to unload the silage additive, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case, which is fine. I mean, again, not the end of the world. 18 bales in total. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right. Take another trip out to the store there, pick up a wrapper. And then we can start moving the bales into storage. So we're getting a lot done right now. We got a lot accomplished. Once we're done with the grass and all that, actually, that kind of reminds me, does the grass need to be plowed? This field here. Oh, hey, signs. Apparently I'm the great sign ender. All signs must beware when I'm driving on these roads. All the more reason to have Back in the Future. Or Back to the Future. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh yeah, that needs to be plowed. That needs to be plowed. Okay, so we are definitely going to need a plow. We're definitely going to need, let's see. Gonna need a plow. Gonna need, let's see, a seeder. Yeah, we're going to have to pretty much do everything with that field. Get it back up and running. Alright, so let's return this. Now we need, let's see, bale wrapper. There it is. Now, if I remember correctly, there we go. Go with this one here. There we go. Alright, let's take this back. Whoops. Then we'll get working on getting all these wrapped. Once these are all wrapped, we'll get them into storage. Then we gotta, yeah, I mean, we got tons. We still got tons of work left to do. Holy smokes. I thought we were going to be able to kind of blaze through the rest of the day and not have to worry about too much, but nope. We still got to get the fields back up and running. Did I even get... Oh, man, we still got to plow out. Okay. So this actually works out. So we're going to need a plow. Oh, dear. We're going to need to plow the other fields as well. So we got to take care of those. Once we get those plowed out, we can then seed all the fields, really. We got to figure out what to put in the other two fields. Let me think. What can we do? I don't think there's anything besides canola that we can plant that's really going to be worth much. Canola and grass are the two things that we can plant right now. Maybe I'll put in some oilseed radish and just have that as kind of a cover crop for right now. Maybe that'd be a good, kind of a good starting point. The grass field we'll just put grass in. That's just gonna, you know, that's gonna be our grass field that'll forever kind of chug away and be doing what we needed to do to help support our animals. But need to kind of figure out what to do from there. There we go. All right, let me catch up with the chat. I keep saying let me catch up with the chat, and I keep trailing off. Let's see. So Jody says, nope, I read that already. We got, Ken says, is spawning mustard product to sell, though? Okay, well, that's good, though. I wish I could do something like that rock wall. Yeah, 100%. I tell you what, Will, when you get to doing those videos about how to do the rock wall and how to rebuild your farm, can't wait for that to come out. Cannot wait. Jonas says yes, and Ken says Jasper lives in Carpathian. Carpathian. His name is Klaus. Oh no. Oh. Is Jasper really going to start developing his own backstory? Is that where we're going to get this to? Cousin. Oh no. Will says Alma, Missouri. Jody says, yeah, so Alma would be a good one there too as well there, Jody. Riverview Farm looks really, yeah, Riverview Farm is really good. Court Farms, yes, that's the other one I was thinking of. Court Farms is another one from Lancey Boy, if I'm not mistaken. Jody says, is Court Farm a real good map? It is, 100%. I downloaded the ranch map you're playing on. Very nice. Ken then says, just don't wrap the hay bales. They shouldn't ferment. Yes, 100%. No, that's the whole reason why I kind of dissected the whole fields in half, so I could easily tell which was which. Let's see. Will says Stone Valley 22. That is also a good map. There we go. And then Will says, I will be streaming it live on YouTube when the update comes out. Update for Alma, Missouri. Yes. Yes, 100%. Cannot wait to see when you start doing that, bud. That's going to be a good one. Seeing that whole farm build just kind of come up and come to life. There we go. There we go. Last bale. Now let's drop this right here. I'm pretty sure that's the last one. The rest of these are hay. Yep, look at that. Perfect. All right. Now, let's go grab the telehandler. Here, let's go ahead and do this. Instead of going all the way over there with that. All right. Let's put this... Yeah, it's still chugging along. Let's see. There we go. And let's see. We need telehandler tools. Telehandler tools. And where, oh where? All right. Oops, hey, there's a there's a pallet fork in front of me. There. Connect. There we go. I do like this bale grab. This bale grab, I really like it because it's an auto loader. It's an auto load bale grab. So you can just kind of work it like it's not as finicky as the other bale grabs and all that other stuff. You're able to just do the job kind of thing. I didn't realize this thing only goes 15 miles an hour. It's going to take us a minute to get over there. That's okay. That is okay. Let's see. Will says... gotta move my mouse because the mouse is in the way. It'll be a full live farm build, which will look way better than mine now. I have no doubts about that. No doubts whatsoever. And the really cool thing, too, is that you'll be able to learn from the little mistakes that you have made on that map. Like that kind of dip by the roadside there, right next to your farm there. You'll be able to know, hey, I know not to do that again. You know, not to build so close and stuff like that. And it's just going to make those minor imperfections that you kind of came across along your build something you're not going to have to worry about anymore. So that's really cool. Being able to kind of, you know, just in general, just the concept, learning from one's mistakes. As long as you learn from them, then you're able to grow from it and like go from there. see. Everyone will know how I build the rock walls. Awesome. That'll be fantastic. I will either have a PS5 or an Elgato by then. Very nice. Very, very nice. The live streams will be about 4 to 5 hours. Whew. That's going to be, hey now, that's going to be some good streaming. And then Jody says, plan on Riverview Farms. Very nice, Jody. Very nice pick there. Yeah, Riverview is an awesome map. Lots of stuff going on there. It's got a big farm build, big starting farm. So yeah, I think you'll be pretty happy with that one. We're almost there. We're almost there. Will says, plus the new buildings and vehicles equipment will be great. Yes. Now, are you going to try and replicate exactly what it was that you had before in regards to the vehicles and all that stuff? Or are you just going to like start everything kind of like fresh? Like everything, it's going to basically be its own build, or is it going to try and mirror what you had before as best as possible? That one I'm just curious about. Alright, so we are here now. Alright, so like I said, this basically works like an auto load. So we just come up to it and boop. There's one. Come up to the next one. There's two. Oh, don't shimmy away from me. All right, we can get one more. There we go. Just like that. 4 bales. Easy peasy. Now we just take this over to the storage. Let's see, that leaves us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So 2 more trips for just silage. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I mean, we're doing really good. I mean, we've got a ton of stuff done. We've got tons more work to do. I mean, tons and tons and tons more work to do. I mean, likely, I think what I'm going to end up doing is getting the, what is it, the Ridiculous Dominic plow, and just start going to town with that. Maybe even get the one that gets you the higher working speed, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get our next little group here. Yeah, I absolutely love this bale grab. Any chance that I get to use it, because it gives you that kind of semi-realistic feel. Like you can see, I can't just go and grab the next unless I squeeze through it like I just did. But you get a little bit of a threshold between being able to kind of like grabbing the next bale, which is nice. It's, you know, you can kind of make out like it's real bale collecting. You can see if I just like really kind of force it in there, then it ends up kind of working out. But one of those to where, like, yeah, see, even if I go at like this ridiculous angle and stuff, it's not gonna. Yeah, there we go. It's like you really gotta be like over the top trying to grab a hold of it in order for it to just start grabbing everything like all at once. So you really get that kind of nice little sweet spot, that almost butter zone, where it's in between a auto load kind of stacking thing and the fully manual. Like, it is an auto load, I shouldn't say that, but it's not like one where you can just bump up into like beside a bale and all of a sudden it's gonna like absorb. Like you saw me first do it like the kind of semi-realistic way, and then you saw me do it the more kind of ridiculous way, but even that's kind of like kind of pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits. There we go. Tell you what, before too long we're gonna have all that just full, absolutely full of bales. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. We're gonna have to get ourselves a big old mixer. Maybe one of those self-driving mixers. Gonna have to make some TMR. Gonna have to, I mean, maybe even get ourselves some kind of production point at some point. Just make TMR, you know, instead of using the mixer. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to be better. Let's drop that there. Let's do a better job at dropping it there. There we go. Go one more after this. Yeah, now we're talking. Let's get this next group over there. Then I'll go ahead and continue reading the chat. I see that's moved along a bit. All right, now perfect. Look at that. Ah, I love it. I love just seeing the stacking, just progressing along and getting that much more and that much more, just a little bit more product just here and there and there and there, just making those small, steady, consistent gains. That's what this game is all about. At the end of the day, oh, you know what? I should have kept that mower. Oh, that was actually really kind of silly of me. I could have mowed all this area in here. What was I thinking? Oh well, not, you know what? Not a big deal. But anyways, like I was saying, is this game just encapsulate just perfectly, just making slow, constant, and consistent gains. And as long as you're able to just figure out the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, you're gonna make those gains. And as long as you're patient, as long as you're able to be like, you know what, I don't have to have the mega build tomorrow, but as long as I'm making some kind of progress, oops, as long as I'm making some kind of progress, then I'm heading in the right direction. I'm able to, do the next task and do the next task and do the next task. And eventually, it might take you days, weeks, months, but eventually you get to a point where you can look back and be like, whoa, I am nowhere anywhere close to where I started off at. Nowhere anywhere close. And you just, it's all those slow, steady gains. And it may seem like it takes forever, but really, that's really anything in life. You want to do anything in life, you just start out with slow, steady. Whoa, no! Oh no! 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 Evil, bad, no! Oh no! Oh no! Please tell me I didn't lose that bale. I see it. It's right there. Jasper, give it back. Oh, okay. I took it back from Jasper. Oh, see, that's what you got to be careful of. You got to be careful when using this particular one. Is you try and push it. That's what I was talking about. Is you really are more encouraged to do it semi-properly than trying to just not do it realistically, or the semi-realistic way. It just, bleh. Yeah. One of those where, whew, we got lucky. We got very lucky, because I've done that before. I've done it where I've actually accidentally pushed it through the ground and then just bale lost. And the even worse part about it, the incredibly worst part about it, is that bale never disappears. It doesn't go away. So you always have that one bale that's haunting you. Like, on consoles, on the latest gen, you can have up to 200 bales, pallets, whatever spawned at any given time. That one bale will always be haunting you, because you'll always have 199 other slots that you can take up. Whether it's bales, whether it's pallets, whether a combination of the two, you always have just 199, because that one is just mocking you down below in the same realm that Jasper's sitting in. Oh, look at that. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, all in all, we're going to keep on building up. We're going to keep on chugging along and getting where we got to get to. Again, slow, steady, consistent gains will get us to where, we'll be able to one day look and have animals in every part of this farm. And that's not going to be a small task. We've got, 2 cow barns, a pig barn, and a horse barn. If we can have animals, like a good collection of animals in each and every one, and have them fully stocked up, chugging along, producing manure, producing slurry, all that stuff, we're going to be in a really good shape. So I think that's everything. I think we're good to go from here. Nope. There we go. All right. So let's put these away. I'll catch up with the chat, and then we will, yeah, I guess we'll start plowing. I guess we'll start plowing out the field and getting that all taken care of and started down the process. That really kind of bums me out too, because I think, I can't remember. Did we fertilize and lime already? Might not have no, we didn't fertilize. I never fertilized before planting. So that's okay. Ooh, and this will let us know how many of each bale type we have. Let's get this over there. There we go. Alright, so we have 42 straw bales, 9,000 liter straw bales, 6 8,000 liter hay bales. Okay, we have two 7,200 and 7,250 hay bales and 10 6,500 liter grass, which will eventually be silage bales. So yeah, I mean, you figure we got 8 hay bales and 10 silage bales. That actually, I did really good. I did really good at splitting that field up. And I think the kind of tipping point, what gave us more silage bales than hay bales, was the silage additive. That little kind of boost that you get. All right, so let's catch up with the chat. Let me see what everybody's saying up until this point. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Oh, there we go. Will says some things will be the same, but others, some things will be the same, but everything. Once the live stream is done, I'm going to bet that someone will ask me to put it on the multiplayer server or build them a farm. Yes, I can definitely see that. I can definitely see people asking for either the multi-server or on the or to build a farm. I can definitely see that. Ken says Buckland Starts farm has 4 1.5 grass fields and 1 crop field on it. Will then says I already made a build of it, excluding the placeables I'm waiting on. I showed my wife only. She was blown away. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I can't wait. I cannot wait for that to come out because I'm really excited to see what you can come up with. She said she asked how I am so creative. She also said that I have a good eye for screenshots. 100% agreed. 100%. Ken says, Will, you should be a farm modder. Yes, also agree. Also agree with that. Will says, I'm making a map with some other modders, but my graphics card went. Waiting to buy a new PC. I will probably come to the next game, unfortunately. Yes. So Will, cannot wait. I'm really, really hoping that you're able to get a new PC and able to deliver on the next game iteration, because that would be fantastic. Would love to be able to kind of see it progress throughout the life cycle and just kind of go from there. Really looking forward to it, but especially because you were saying how it's supposed to be like of your local area up there in New York. I think that'll be really, really cool. A really cool addition to the game. Let's see. I wanted to check something real fast. Where? There they are. All right. So yeah, they're chugging along. They're still going. So yeah, that'll be really cool to see. So hopefully you'll be able to do that before too long. Let's see. Told her I'm not that good. No, disagreed. We will 100% disagree on that, bud. She said that it looks like an actual farm somewhere, but it wasn't. Ken says, are you serious? From what I've seen, you are. As BDD says, just take our... Oh, Ken, thank you. And seeing that was thrown out there... yes. Shut up and take our money. Love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you, Ken, for pointing that one out. Benji! Hey, how's it going, Benji? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Nanu, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic night there, Benji. Let's see. Jody says this is a beautiful map. 100%. Riverview is a beautiful map. 100% agree with you. Ken says, what up, Benji? Benji says, not too much, just chilling. Will says, maybe BDD could join me in a chat in the game. like multiplayer while I'm building it. Hey, absolutely, absolutely. If we can sync up, I would absolutely do that, bud. Let's see. Will then says, Ken, I'm not that good, man. Just build any try. Hey, you know what? You know what? There you go. There you go. This one, I'm sorry, Will, but this one you're outnumbered in. This one you're outnumbered with. You got your wife, you got Ken, you got me, you got so many different people on this stream alone that's going to tell you, I'm sorry, respectfully, you're wrong. You're wrong, and that's okay. It's okay to be wrong. Let's see. I need to pause the stream here really quick. I will be right back. And I'm back. Let's see. Had to say goodnight to the missus. Let's see. Nope, saying goodnight to the wife. Yep, that's it exactly. Will says, who wants to see it on live on YouTube when the update comes out? Let's see. Jody says, appreciate you telling me about map. No problem, bud. Glad we can help. Ken says, see, told you so. LOL. And Benji says, ads. Nope, no ads. Just, oh wait. Yeah, you're probably getting ads, but no. Me pausing the stream was wishing my wife good night. Will says, I think everyone is more excited about the rock wall. LOL. I know BDD is yes. 100%. Cannot wait to see that one. Ken says, nope, saying goodnight to wife. Yes. Yep, 100%. Now that we got all this handled, let's go ahead and take the telehandler back. We can actually do this. Okay, so that's back. Now we need to lease out... Actually, we gotta get the... We gotta get the, why? Why can't I not? Oh, you can't set a worker because I don't technically own this equipment. That's okay. So I was gonna, okay, well here, let's do this then. Oh wait, is this done? No. No, not even close. You know what? Let's do this. We'll send my tractor via a worker. Okay. And then I'll drive back the telehandler. Oh, all those twitching wheel movements. Just like, what are you doing? Why? Why can't you just drive straight? And it's going to run into a wall. What do we call the workers? What do we call them? There we go. All right. Let's get this back. Come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. I got 15-mile-an-hour telehandler here. Come on. There you go. Apparently, just engage Speedy Gonzalez mode. Just takes off. I don't know why all of a sudden I have the Looney Tunes references tonight. We're going to have to work in all the other characters. Wile E. Coyote, Elmer Fudd, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig. That's all, folks. maybe we'll save that one for the end. Oh my goodness. Well, at least it's getting there. Alright, so we're going to get this back. We're going to pick up a plow. We got to plow all 3 fields, not just this one. But I might start the plow at the contract field first. Be able to get that done. It'll be much faster and easier. Like I said, I might get the one from Ridiculous Dominic, because then I can also mulch the fields at the same time. Even though I've mulched the other 2 fields, I didn't mulch the grass field. And it'll just give me that little bitty bonus. That it's either 1 or 2% mulching bonus. Yeah, I might do that. I might just do that, because every little bit helps right now. Let's see. Go back to the other screen. I'll get back to the shop over here, and then I'll catch up with the chat there real quick. Let's see. Alright, well, the tractor made it, so even though we may call them actual idiots, but it did what I needed it to do. It saved me a trip, at least. You know, I very often will sit there and kind of, you know, mess around and say, oh, look how silly the AI is, and do all that kind of stuff. But honestly, I am grateful for them adding that as part of the game. It's something that, even though it doesn't work all the time, I would much rather it be in here and not always work than it not being here and not have any ways to do anything. Even if like I said, even if it doesn't work all the time, that's okay, in my opinion, because the times it does work, it comes in huge help. Like I said, I would have had to have I would have had to bring the telehandler over. Once I brought the telehandler over, I would have jumped back over to the farm, grab this, and then drive it back manually. And I didn't have to do that. I was able to just kind of set the worker off and let them do it. Even though they looked silly doing it, it still did it. So it saved me time. It saved me headaches. Oh, and again, Big Daddy Dave, Sign Hunter. Dun 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 dun. It's like an old 80s television show. Sign Hunter. Dun 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 dun. Dave, Sign Hunter. Yep. That's it. Oh no. One of those. I told you it was gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna start peeling off into the ridiculous. And hey, I guess we got the perfect plow for it by Ridiculous Dominic. You know what? That's okay. Now let's get over to the grass field first, and then I will catch up with the chat, because I see it's moving, and don't want to leave everybody hanging. And I'm pretty sure I just saw Will stepping out, so if I did see that, Will, I hope you have a fantastic night. I don't want to leave you hanging too long before I respond, so if that's indeed what I saw, then I will catch up with it here in just a second. Oh, and I missed some product. Wait, did I? No. Okay, that's just grass texture. Okay, that's fine. Anyways, Where was I? Uh, Will says I will set something up with BDD when I go live and try to get him in the game chat. LOL. Try to at least. Hey, that'd be that I'm totally on board. Totally on board. If we can work it out, then yes, let's absolutely do it. Will says I think it would be awesome. 100%. Ken says actual idiots. Yes. Yes, we do. Benji says, I see that Big Papa brought a FS14 mobile map. Yes, yes, and I did a tour of it earlier today, and it was, I would say, middle of the road. I gave it a 3 on the kind of overall scale. It just one of those, like, it was okay. It was okay. It was nothing too bad, too great, just okay. Will says, I have to head to bed. I have to be at work at 7 a.m. I will update BDD if any maps drop or not. Awesome, bud. Like I said, I hope you have yourself a fantastic night. Appreciate you hanging out and giving us the information on the maps from earlier. You have yourself a fantastic night, and we'll see you again next time. Benji says, actual idiots. Yes, 100%. Ken says, Leadfoot AI LOL. Yes. Take care, Will. Ken says, good night, Will. And Will says, good night, all. All right, so let's drop this down. Okay, so it looks like that's where the field begins. I want to overhang just a little bit just to make sure I'm getting the entirety of the field. And I might expand this, because look at this. We've got a good little chunk right over here that's relatively flat. We might do that. We might do that. Let me get this plowed out first and see exactly where that is. Kind of like where the boundary of the field is, because I'm actually shocked at how wide that is out. Well, bells are ringing. Yeah, see, even in this direction, like right over here, there's a big overhang. If I were to plow all this out and make it to where that's part of the field, I get all the bonuses from the fertilizer, from the lime. It's not just going to be the stock kind of price. Look at that. That's a lot more narrow than what I originally thought it was going to be. And seeing as we got this over here anyways, might as well. I tell you what, this this is the like ridiculous version of the plow, and this tractor is so ill-equipped to handle it, is so lacking in power that it's basically going the normal plowing speed. Even with the top working speed of this being 23 miles an hour, it just doesn't have the horsepower necessary to be able to pull this. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, this is awesome. I'm glad that it's even doing this. But, like, this is... I mean, it's funny. To me, this is funny. That we're just kind of just do just working like a normal plow would, or at least the normal working speed of plow would. And we're supposed to be going like 23, 24 miles an hour with this plow. Or some again, ridiculous number. Yeah, see, there's just so much extra that we could do. But now that I have a good defined border, Oh, but you know what? Oh, that just dawned on me. If I expand this, then my precision farming is going to be all messed up. Okay, that might not work. All right, you know what? Not right now. I'm not going to expand it now, but that's going to be on the future. That's definitely going to be something we do in the future, because that's... I just don't want it to mess up my score at the moment. That will do that. So yeah, no, that's all right. That's okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, just not right now. And you can see the field right there. That's our other field that we own. We got to plow that out. Also going to have to figure out something to do with all these stones, if we're going to roll them back in. Might be... The problem is that if we lease out some equipment, let's say we lease out a stone picker, and we get all the stones off the field. We don't have a facility to be able to put them into for storage. We don't have a processor to be able to turn them into lime or to utilize them in any way. We don't have any real good means of like using them, of making them into something else that isn't going to offset the cost of leasing the equipment. So I don't know if it's a good idea right now to be able to just go out and buy the or to lease the equipment just to not have anything to do with the stone. And it's all small stones too, so it's not going to be a huge benefit. It's not going to be a huge gain. I think rolling them in will be better. I think that'll be a lot better. Instead of leasing out the equipment, it's going to take like $3,000 to $5,000. We're not going to make $3,000 to $5,000 in stones. Even if we went and sold them, it's like what, like $50 per 1,000 liters on stones. It's something really minute. We're going to be completely underwater in that deal, so it doesn't make sense to buy or lease anything just to do that right now. So we've got $173,000, but we still have to be smart about it. We can't just keep spending just to spend and get stuff. I don't know. It's one of those... I think this will be better. I think it'll be better just to roll them in. We're going to have to do something with them. I think it's more expensive to get a stone picker than it is a roller. And we're not going to offset the cost enough to be able to make it worth it right this second. In the future, maybe. Oh, that's something else I wanted to chat about here tonight. They finally, ER Shaba, big shout out to ER Shaba, finally put out the Art Masters, the Art Master Productions, these things. Nope. Yeah, these Art Master Productions. Let me go ahead and just finish this, and then I'll show them off real quick. There we go. All right. So you got the Roco Master, the Ferdy Master, Pig Master, and Mix Master. These 4 mixers are amazing. Love these things. Look at that. $12,500 for a lime maker. That's dirt cheap. That's dirt cheap. All you need is stones and water and you get lime. This one is amazing. I tested this out earlier. You can get 20,000 liters of fertilizer and it's actually a net positive. So you have stones. You know what? 20 grand for this production right here. You need stones, you need slurry and manure. You need all 3 of those and it makes solid fertilizer. But you actually make out a good deal on that exchange. You're taking these extremely cheap products, stone, manure, and slurry, and turning it into a $2,000 plus dollar per 1,000 liter product. It's ridiculous the amount of exchange that you get from that. And I think you actually make a little bit to where a lot of the other processes and the something to solid fertilizer, you tend to lose product. That's the first one I can recall where you actually gain a little bit, I think, if I remember correctly. It's definitely worth it, and definitely for less than 20 grand. Maybe we'll do that. That would be a way for us to make a fair bit of money relatively quickly. Wait a minute. Okay. It is mulching. Okay. I had to sit there and think for a second. It's like, wait a minute. Did I get a mulcher? I couldn't remember if I grabbed a mulcher or not. But this has already been mulched. Like these fields have already been mulched. Let's see. Farmer Groot, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says, why not? That's what I do, LOL. Groot says, what plow is that? That's kind of cool that it folds up rather than up. This is the plow. Let's pick that up. This is the plow by Ridiculous Dominic. This is the Lizard SP10M and the SP10M Unreal. The one I have on the back of this is the Unreal version. It has a working speed of 24 miles an hour. It's 10.5 meters wide, so it's actually bigger than this one and is cheaper than the 6MT and the 9MT. So you get the same benefits as the 6 and the 9MT, but you get a ridiculous version too. So very, very awesome. Same horsepower required, but I've got this little New Holland here. This little New Holland only has 175 horsepower, and you can see with the ridiculous version, I'm able to pull this at a comfortable 8 miles an hour, which is about normal working speed for a plow. Maybe a couple of miles, maybe 1 or 2 higher than normal, but getting your 175 horsepower tractor to be able to chug along like this with a 10-meter plow, 10.5-meter plow, is ridiculous. Thank you, Ridiculous Dominic, for making this one. This is a fantastic mod. I love this one. And again, it's got the realistic version, but the added benefit to this is that, here, if I show this off one more time, the added benefit is that you can have add function standard or mulcher. That's right, you can have a mulching feature on this as well. So it basically leads off of the front here and will mulch your field first, then plow. So yeah, absolutely love this plow. And I used to love the 9MT, 6MT. That used to be my absolute favorite, hands down. Would use that every single time. Now I'm kind of turning to this one. This one I'm kind of turning to more because it's cheaper, it's bigger, and you have the ridiculous version of it that allows you to go up to ridiculous speeds if you've got a tractor with enough oomph to be able to pull it up to those ridiculous speeds. But if you got a tractor that's under the horsepower requirement, it'll just pull it around at a reasonable, mile per hour, like this one's doing here. Yep, see, and Ken, right there, you can mulch with it too. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, this is by far my favorite plow, by far and away. There's other plows that are a little bit bigger. There's other plows that there's no other plow that's like this that has the straight capacity like this that has all the additional features that this one does. There we go. We're going to just set the worker off here in just a few minutes to get this field done. And then I'll get the other workers set back up to let them keep going and keep working. And then I guess while that's chugging along, I guess I could work on the other contract, the harvesting contract for the canola field. I think that one's kind of waiting in the wings right now. But you can see how it's destroying the grass and stuff on the outer perimeter of the field there, where I had already ran over some of that with a mulcher, but any place that wasn't mulched previously, you can see how it's kind of cutting into it and destroying it. That's that mulching feature that this thing has. I specifically add the mulching feature on this for the grass field because these ones are already mulched, but if I was thinking properly, I would have just done this in the first place. I wouldn't have actually used this separate mulcher. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. That is the one downside, is I think this one you cannot use a worker with. That's the one downside, if I remember correctly. It might be because I'm hanging over the side of the field. I'll double check that just to make sure when we get to the end here. I mean, but that's worst case scenario. That's not a huge deal in my book. Even if you can't use a worker, being able to, chug along at high speeds and all that stuff, it offsets it pretty well. Groot says, "Well, I'm sold." Well, I guess Groot, that you need one of these then. I love that I was able to bring that one back out here. I haven't busted that out in a while. Anyways, now let's see. Yeah, see, it doesn't recognize that there's a field. That's the only negative thing I can say about this, is that it doesn't recognize how to use a worker. So if you absolutely must, use a worker or anything like that, this isn't going to be the plow for you. But to me, that's a small price to pay when you get all the other additional features. And of course, it's something I always forget about. So seeing that we do not have a worker we're going to rely on, I'm just going to keep going around the outermost perimeter and just keep on making laps. I think that's what we're gonna do here. Let's see. Ken says you can run with two of them and just put one on the front. Let's see, one on the front set to mulch and the other on the back to plow, and then do two jobs at once. Yeah, exactly, 100%. I mean, so it's one of those. I'm sure there's so many different creative ways to kind of utilize these that actually just out of curiosity. I know the 9MT you can do this with. Ooh, now hold on. Oh, look. Look at that. Look at that. So this does the same exact thing as the 6MT and 9MT does, is that you're able to actually hook this up backwards and it just completely breaks the entire thing. But we're still getting the plowing done. We're still getting all this like additional stuff done. Oh man. So yeah, there you go. Any of you fast farmers out there, surprise. That's something I always forget about this. Like I don't forget about this. It's one of those I always remember it with the 9MT and the 6MT, but I never bothered to see, hey, did this actually work with the did this actually work with this one? That's awesome. That is hilarious. Farmer Groot, oh no, my eyes. I know not everybody's into the fast farming and all that stuff. It's one of those that I very rarely, if ever, do it, and I will likely stop here in just a second, but it's just kind of a proof of concept and something I haven't tried up until just literally 2 seconds ago to see if this one did the same exact things the other one did. Yeah, 25 miles an hour and we're just whoops, and we're just chugging along. So again, one of those that I don't often do fast farming. You know what, let me rephrase that. I don't do fast farming in capacities like this where we're here, doing a live stream or we're doing anything. Where I tend to do fast farming a lot is kind of in the background of Let's Plays. So that way I can get through things, a little bit quicker, a little bit easier, and be able to progress the story along whenever possible. So here, now let's go ahead and raise that up. I do like that. I do like that reaction, Farmer Groot. Oh no, my eyes. That is funny. There we go. So now we're back to normal. Normal-ish. Because again, this tractor should not be, in all rights, this tractor should not be able to pull this plow. Should not even be able to move, not even an inch with this plow. But because of the ridiculous nature of this specific plow, it's actually pulling it, and it's pulling it at speed. Like it's what normal plowing speed would be considered. So that is the nice thing about this. So let's see. So while I'm doing this, let's go ahead and give our shout outs. So let me go to my other screen. So want to give a shout out to all my tier 2 channel members. I want to thank every single one of you, starting with Mark K, Will T Gaming, Rail Fanning Jonah, Karma Stories, Revere Time Todd. We've got Pipin Paul, Wrench Monkey, Ken Adlam, Luke Bernie King, Crazy Chris Sims, and Philippa Thompson. Thank you all so very, very much for being tier 2 channel members. It goes to help out the sustainability and the continued growth of this channel. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you are interested in becoming a channel member, go ahead and check out the link in the description below, or check out the join button also listed below and on the main channel page. There you can gain access to things such as early access to edited content, such as our Let's Play series on Pelinier, as well as channel shorts. You also get custom badges, custom emojis. You also get, nope, that's it. Custom badges, custom emojis. All that starting at 99 cents a month. Not that bad. 99 cents a month for all that. That's the tier 1s. Tier 2 gets all that plus what you just heard here, the shoutouts every single live stream. Jonah, thank you so much for popping those in there. Those are the custom emojis. And good news, we need one more member. If we can get one more member, we get access to 2 more slots for emojis. So if we can get that, I will be making sure I reach out to Predator Studios and getting 2 more emojis. That is what we're looking for. That's what we're shooting for at this point. So all that plus the shoutouts, tier 2 channel members, $4.99 a month. So again, I want to thank every single one of my channel members. Thank you all so very, very much. Greatly appreciate every single one of you. And I also wanted to give a huge shout out to all of my subscribers. Thank you all so very, very much. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. At last check, we were up to almost 1650, if I'm not mistaken. We were really, really close to 1,650 subscribers. So we are continuing the growth. We're continuing to work hard, and we're continuing to make gains. So I'm just really, really pleased and very happy about everything that's going on here on the channel. Thank you all so very, very much. Let's see. I also want to give a shout out to the P.O. Box. If you are at all interested, oh, why is that popping up? There we go. If you're at all interested and you want to send something to the channel, go ahead and send it to P.O. Box 6136 Hudson, Florida 34674. There you can send me anything that you are wanting to send to the channel. Only thing I ask is that if you send something, please make sure that you include your name in the item that you're sending, so that way I'm able to send out the proper thank yous for what it is that you're sending me. I know there's been several people who have reached out and wanted to send things to the channel, and that is the way to get it to me. So again, thank you all so very, very much. And all that being said, let's go back to this here. And let's see, Ken says whoop whoop with some celebrations. And then Saskatchewan, hey, how's it going, Saskatchewan? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Says Edmonton Oilers are in the Western Finals against Dallas Stars. It's 2-2 and at the end of the first overtime. Ooh, that's going to be an exciting match. Yeah, it's the, what is it? It's Edmonton Oilers and Dallas Stars in the Western Conference. And then in the Eastern, they've got, it was the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. So yeah, those are both going to be some really good series to watch. That's going to be some good hockey. Yeah, like I was mentioning before, I think one more channel member and we get access to 2 more emojis. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to being able to reach out to Predator Studios. They do an amazing job. I'm very, very pleased with everything they've done for the channel so far. And yeah, 1 more member, 2 more slots. So if at all interested, like I said, go ahead and click the link below or the join button also below, and we will we'll be able to add more stuff to the channel. And again, just slow, steady gains. Slow and steady. Like I was saying earlier, you know, we are building up stuff and supplies for the farm. Well, we're doing the same thing here for the channel. You know, slow and steady allows us to be able to do bigger and better things. And that's ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what I'm looking to do with this channel, is to be able to start doing bigger and better things. Want to be able to do like giveaways and stuff like that. And just, it takes time. It takes, unfortunately, it takes money too. You know, it's one of those. Like I said, I have some big plans. Have some really big plans. Would love to be able, like I said, to do some giveaways for people who are, you know, active viewers of the channel. Would love to be able to do stuff like that. Would love to be able to do just, like I said, all sorts of stuff. I've got so many ideas just rattling around in my brain, but it's just going to take time. It's going to take, you know, hard work and dedication. And as people are very familiar who follow this channel knows that I am not one to shy away from, you know, hard work and dedication. So that is what we're working towards. Let's see. Saskatchewan says, love hockey. Same here, bud. 100%. And gonna go finish the game. All right, bud. Well, hope you have fun and hope your team does well. We'll catch you again next time. You take care. Gold Gaming! Hey, how's it going, Gold? Hope you're having a fantastic night so far. Let's see. Go back to... Nope, that's not what I meant to click. There we go. Ah! We are trailing off there. There we go. Get lined back up. So yeah, we're just chugging away here trying to get this field all taken care of. We got one other field plus the contract field, but that actually just reminds me. Let's go get that worker started again. That just reminded me. So something like that. All right, that should be able to get them back up and running. Now let's go here. So yeah, I mean, we're just chugging along. We're making progress. I am really now in a quandary. I'm really in a pickle right now because I'm trying to decide, do I want to save the stone out of here? Do I want to hang on to the stone and then maybe purchase the Ferdy Master for the stone? You don't need a ton of stone for the Ferdy Master. I think it's only like 1,000 liters of stone or something like that to be able to make the fertilizer. The other problem we're having right now is we're running out of daylight. It's already, what is that? That's 6:44. So we're running out of daylight. We're running out of... I mean, yeah, we just gotta hurry. Just gotta keep on going. There we go. Last pass here. All right. Now let's get to the other field. Let's see. I forget how to get there from here. Yes. Okay, I remember now. So go over here. Oh, and just clip that. Sign Hunter. Whoa, 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 easy. There we go. There we go. Now we're on the second to last, or technically last field. The last one we're going to use this plow on. Oh, looking good, looking good. Let's see. 55,000. Oops. 55,000 to purchase the stone picker. The one with the big wings on it. So maybe it's still going to be a couple grand to lease. Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'll see the worker's in a weird spot now, though, where they're not getting what they need to do. Wait a minute. What happened here? There we go. Something like that, maybe? Are you going to actually plow, or what was it doing? Actual idiot strikes again. What was that? It had the plow turned vertically, and then it just doesn't do anything. Oh my goodness. All right, well. Oh my goodness. I have no idea. No idea what it was thinking there. And it was just going to continue on. It was just going to be like, doo 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 doo. No. Do I need to plow? Do I need to ponder the answer to life, the universe, and everything? 42, by the way. Like, I mean, what was it doing? Just makes you wonder what is going through the logic train of the AI worker at that point in time. It's like, what is that AI worker like? What is the code actually like behind the scenes? What is it thinking? Because, ugh. You just gotta, again, just gotta smile sometimes, because if you don't, you're gonna cry. And nope. Let's go ahead and make some light in here. Let's see. Ken says, I call them a backbone plow, hate them with a passion. Yes, 100%. That's why I tend to use these kind of plows, these straight edge plows, or I mean, even the trailed plows like the John Deere. I think I have it installed, as a matter of fact. Yeah, this one here. Like this one here, perfectly fine. I'm totally cool with this one. But yeah, these like chisel plows where they're just kind of, you know, like you said, the backbone plow. Yeah, I don't get them. It's just an absolute nuisance, especially the ones that are trailed, where they have the kind of articulation point behind the tractor. Those ones are an absolute nightmare to deal with. I'd much rather deal with something like this, where I can predict exactly where that straight line edge is going to be. That allows me to be able to make nice crisp lines and be able to just kind of carry through the field without having to, you know, rack my brain. Ooh, going downhill. 12 miles an hour, let's go! 13! Woo! Chugging along now. Oh, look at that. Awesome. Ken, by the way, I love the progression of, you know, green sickness to angry face to cursing angry face. I got a good little chuckle out of that. It's like, oh my goodness. Trying to think what else needs to be done. So at this point, what we need to do is we need to lime. I don't think we limed these, did we? No, we haven't. Haven't limed, hadn't fertilized. I think in the 2 regular fields, I'm going to plant oilseed radish. I'm just going to have a little cover crop and wait until either next month or something to where I can plant a better crop than canola. And I might, let me see. Let me double check this. Yeah, see, planting season for wheat and barley is next month. And we can get... ooh. That might be something worth doing. But we'd have to wait a long time, though. That might not be worth it. Maybe when we get more established, that'd be a better idea. So what I was kicking around was thinking whether or not to maybe wait until March to plant oats and then harvest them and then immediately plant another crop like barley or wheat, because all I have to do is wait a month after that initial oat harvest. But then I'd have to sit there and wait for the barley to be finished and all that stuff. I don't think it'd be worth it. I just don't know if that would be worth the long wait. Yeah, you get kind of that 2 planting season or 2 planting cycles per season kind of thing, but right now we just need to be able to have something in the ground, something growing, and, you know, making some progress. At this point, though, it's not gonna do that if we don't just start getting there. Well, at least the worker's still going. That's some good news. So yeah, I think... Let's see, here's the flip side of this coin. Oh, of course, I said something about the worker, and that's when they're gonna mess around on me. What are we at here? 94? But, let's see. There we go. There we go. What was I getting ready to say? What is that? What are you? Oh, it's a deer. I could see something in the background over there, and I couldn't tell what it was because the camera was so far away. Get out of here, deer! Alright, anyways. What was I getting ready to say? What was I talking about? Let's see. Ken says, yes, plant oil seeds. Save on first at least 1 application. Yeah. See, that's kind of what I'm thinking is if I can get some oil seed planted here today, then next month I'll be able to get some kind of seeder, or at least hold on to some kind of seeder that has the direct drill, and be able to direct drill that into the ground there, and it'll save me a little bit of fertilizer. So that way I'm not spending a whole ton of money on, you know, additional additional fertilizer crop. Or fertilizer product. That's the words I'm looking for. At least 1 application of fertilizer. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I think that'll be probably the best course of action. It'll save the most expensive product, that you need on hand, which is fertilizer. Fertilizer is way more expensive than seeds, and I should be able to plant the oilseed radish with very little issues. So I think oilseed radish will be going in to these two fields, and then kind of going from there. Oops. Boink. Just gave the pole a little kiss. That's all right. How much coffee did you drink? None. Yeah, absolutely none. So when it starts getting late, I start getting goofy. So it's one of those that I get goofy to try and overcome the tired. It's 12:30 my time. So yeah, a little after midnight. A little after midnight my time. So it's starting to get a little late, but one of those where I want to continue making progress. Oh, something else I wanted to chat about on stream here today. It has been a very busy week here over at the BDD household. So recently, my dishwasher broke. And I was looking up, where to buy a new dishwasher and doing all that stuff, doing some research, trying to figure things out. And my wife and I decided, you know what? We actually went like a few days without a dishwasher. And that's when we decided, you know what? No, we need to get a new one. Not having a dishwasher absolutely sucks. Having to sit there and hand wash. And we've got a 2-year-old. We got another one on the way. My wife and I, we're using dishes and all that stuff. Just sitting there for, an hour a night just trying to wash all the dishes and stuff, after dinner was absolutely a nightmare. So we decided, nope, we're going to, go out and buy us a dishwasher. Well, we go out and buy a dishwasher and get it home and all that stuff and getting ready to install it. Now, mind you, I've never installed a dishwasher before, not once. I've seen and I've watched, like my dad, I've watched him put in a dishwasher before, but I've never actually done one before. And that's I'd say about 90% of the knowledge that I have, the practical application knowledge that I have when it comes to working with things, installing things, whatever the case may be, oftentimes comes from watching my father and how he would do things. I would pay attention and, actually watch him work. And it's really funny and just how much you'll learn if you actually take the time to just sit there and watch somebody do something. And I was sitting there just kind of looking over the dishwasher, kind of seeing how everything worked. You've got a water inlet, you got an outlet, and you've got power. Those are the three main components when it comes to a dishwasher. So I'm like, you know what? I could probably do this. It shouldn't be too difficult. So I go in there and I start, trying to take a look and seeing how to take the old one out. I turn off all the water, I turn off the power, do all that stuff. And I start, digging in, trying to get the dishwasher out. And that's when it occurred to me. About I'm trying to think, about 4 or 5 years ago, probably about 5 years ago, I ended up installing new floors in my home. Well, one of the things I ended up doing was installing new subfloors in the house. And the flooring that I used was the 3/4 inch plywood. The 3/4 inch, they call it BC plywood. And the reason that I did this is that in certain parts of the house, the floor was just really kind of messed up. So I figured, you know what, I'll install that 3/4 inch board on top of it, and it's really going to shore up all the wonky spots in the floor. It's going to make everything kind of true and level and not be a big deal. So got it all secured down, got everything put in place. Well, what I didn't think about is what happens if the dishwasher needs to be taken out. So I've got the new dishwasher in the kitchen sitting there, and I'm now tackling trying to get the old one out. And that's when it occurred to me. There's now a 3/4 of an inch lip in front of the old dishwasher. So getting it out of the space where the dishwasher is was kind of a challenge, trying to figure out what to do. So I'm sitting there and I'm just racking my brain. And then all of a sudden I go to the countertop just to see, maybe I can lift up the countertop or something, or maybe there's a screw that I can disconnect from it to kind of just have it to where I'll be able to have just barely enough space to be able to wiggle it out of its little cabinet area. And I'm sitting there and looking around. I'm rooting around underneath the cabinets and all that stuff. And then finally I lift up on the one corner by the dishwasher, and I realized, oh wait, it's not screwed down. It's not actually fastened to the cabinet right here. So I'm able to lift up and pull out the old dishwasher. Success. That's awesome. Well, again, like I said, the three main components to a dishwasher is an inlet, an outlet, and power. Those are the three main components that you have to deal with. And as I'm sitting there, getting all these other things out, I'm, for some reason, thinking that I'm going to have to hardwire the dishwasher into the wall. Like, I'm thinking that it's just a power plug that's run out there, and I'm going to have to disconnect the power plug. Not like an actual three-pronged American outlet style plug. I'm thinking just a hot, neutral, and ground. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to have to deal with. Well, I get in there and realize, wait, no. There's no hot, neutral, ground situation. There's an actual plug-in where I can just plug it in. I just need to take the old plug out of the old dishwasher and swap it in. So I'm like, hey, that's awesome. Be able to swap that out, no problem. So I take out the old plug from the old washer, and I plug it into the new one, get it all fastened in, good to go. I start getting into place and do everything, the way it's recommended to. Well, then it dawns on me that the old plumbing that's in there is the copper wire, the copper plumbing that leads to the little spigot that screws onto the inlet for the water. And as I'm sitting there looking at this thing, I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain. It's like, how in the world am I going to be able to get this copper tubing into position well enough to where I'm going to be able to screw in to the inlet? I'm just sitting there racking my brain, and it was directly screwed into the previous one, so I know it can be done, but the inlet for the old one is in a different position than the inlet for the new one. So I'm like, oh man, this is going to be... So I sat there and very, very, very carefully got the copper tubing bent into position to where it wasn't going to snap. It wasn't going to be, wasn't going to be an issue when everything was said and done. Ooh, you know what? At this point... Yay, contract's done. Nice. Perfect. So here, let's get, let's go up to here and then we'll make a left. So anyways, I got it all bent into position, and then I'm trying to figure out, okay, I got it into position. Now, how can I get this, how do I get my hand contorted under here? Because again, I'm dealing with this 3/4 inch lip now in front of the new dishwasher, because I got it in place. It's in this the spot. I've got it plugged in, with the electrical. There's no issues there. But how am I going to get my hand underneath all the wiring, underneath all the framing, while also having to contend with this 3/4 inch lip that's now in front of the, or that's in front of the inlet for the spigot. So I'm sitting there trying to contort my hand, and by the end of it, my hand looked like the mandible claw from Mankind. the WWE wrestler, and he did like the whole contorting the hand to do the finishing move. Yeah, that's how my hand was by the end of it. It was just like all like and just yeah, it was a nightmare. But I got everything all plugged in. I got it all plumbed together, and everything's looking good. Well, then I kick on the power, and all of a sudden, it's sitting there and just chirping at me, and I'm like, what is this noise I'm hearing? Because the electrical box is in our bedroom, and you have to flip the switch, and I can hear it chiming and dinging from the bedroom. So I'm like, oh no, what's that? So I'm hearing it just ding, 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 ding. And I walk up to it, and there's an error code. There's an error code because it's got this little screen that just gives you the time. It's supposed to tell you what time is there. So I'm sitting there like, oh no. I bought a lemon. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have to take this thing back out. I'm going to have to unplug everything. I'm going to have to turn off the water. I'm going to have to do all, like, everything that I'm just absolutely dreading at this point. Everything I'm just dreading to think of all these different things I'm going to have to do in order to get this thing back out. Well, then I'm like, okay, let me go check out the manual and see if it gives me error codes. Maybe it'll tell me exactly what this error code is, and I'll be able to kind of go from there. Well, as I'm kind of digging through, and I find the book, and I'm starting to read it, and I find a list of error codes. And, you know what? I'm going to get this one because I don't think I'll be able to tow this one that well. Just because this... Yeah, just because this tractor, like 175 horses, is not going to be enough to tow this. Anyways, so I'm reading and reading and reading, and all of a sudden it's saying something, but it's not making any sense. It's saying something about a water sensor. I'm like, well, of course there's a water sensor. That's a dishwasher. What are you talking about? So I'm sitting there reading it, and then I go online to try and... Because it's not written, like, in decent English. It's very, like, broken English, as best as I could tell. And I'm sitting there like, oh my goodness, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just rip this thing out? And I'm reading this, and then all of a sudden I go online, and it's like, oh, well, this code is associated to when you have water in the from the inlet. So the inlet is leaking. It's essentially what the error code is that there's a float valve underneath the dishwasher, and the float valve's triggered. And I'm like, oh. Well, then I see exactly where the float valve is, and I'm like, okay, well, what do I do? How do I get all this water? Because I realize that as I'm installing it, I'm letting what little water is still in the line drip down, and it was catching into this little plastic catch pan that was underneath the inlet. I never knew that was a thing. Like I said, this is the first dishwasher I've ever installed. So I'm sitting there like, okay, well, what if I grab some paper towels? Maybe that'll, help me in this situation. So I grab a whole wad of paper towels, and I'm stuffing them down in there to get as much water out of that little trap as I can to try and get the float valve to go back down. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just listening to this thing. Ding, 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 ding. It's like, oh, why? It's like, okay. So I'm sitting there just, absorbing as much of this water as I possibly can. And then all of a sudden, it stops. I'm like, oh, why did it stop? Is this a good thing? So then I start pushing buttons. I'm like, okay, so far power's running, and it's doing what I hope it would do, but, oh, wow, I wasn't expecting this little tractor to be able to get it up to this speed. Okay, whoa. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this little itty bitty tractor to get up to speed. So anyways, like I was saying, So I'm sitting there and I'm fiddling around with it, trying to get just the cycle to start. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm pushing buttons, I'm getting all the normal things I'm supposed to be getting, but then I push the start button, and again it goes ding 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 ding. It's just sitting there chirping at me again. I'm like, why? What's going on? And it's sending me that error code again. So I'm like, no, well, it's not leaking. I verified it's not leaking. So I'm sitting like, why is it giving me this error code? Why is it doing this? Well, then again, if I would have read, a little bit further along, or if I would have watched the video beyond the point of, okay, this answers the question that I had, it would have told me that, hey, you need to turn the power back off in order to get the machine to recognize that the float valve isn't tripped anymore. So I'm like, yeah. So it's one of those that it took me way longer than probably what it should have, and certainly longer than I'm proud of, to admit. So needless to say, I successfully installed my first dishwasher. Took me a lot longer than what I was expecting, but at the end of the day, it's working, and it's it's not leaking, hasn't exploded, which that's always a good thing. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm pretty tickled pink when it comes to that one. And it's one of those that, I would have potentially waited for my father to get home because he was on vacation, and one of those because it's not something that I'm familiar with, something I'm not, used to doing, and him being a lifelong, contractor and stuff, one of those that I may have been or should have been more comfortable just waiting for him. But again, it was one of those, I wasn't going to wait. I didn't want to wait because, like I said, taking an hour to do dishes every single night, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do it. So finally, at the end of the day, it's just like, I'm happy. I'm happy that I was able to get it all figured out, was able to get everything done. And yeah, it worked out really good. Very, very happy. Let's see. Ken says it is 4:21 p.m. here. Yeah, I wish it was that time here. It is almost 12:45 my time. So one of those that we're gonna have to be wrapping up here before too much longer, because I have to be up in the morning. My wife and I were actually gonna go check out this store that we heard about, and it's a store that basically it's loaded with these kind of bargain bins. And what you do is, on certain days, each one of the bargain bins is worth a different price. So you go there on Mondays, and everything they have there is $8. Everything. You go there Tuesday, everything's $7. Wednesday $6, Thursday $4, or Thursday $5, and Friday. Blah, blah. Let's try that again. Monday $8, Tuesday $7, $6, so on and so forth until you get to Friday. And then on Friday, everything's at its cheapest price that it is possibly at. But they only get inventory once a week. So they'll get new inventory once every week. But they get all sorts of like brand new stuff that's still in the packages and all that stuff. They just buy it in bulk in these like, not garage sales, but like auctions and stuff. So they get people to come in there and they get stuff for like absolutely dirt cheap. And it's, like I said, it's really good stuff. My wife and I, we found one of these a long time ago. But it was at a place that was really far away. It was like over an hour and a half drive just to get there. And it's like, this one's a little bit closer to home. So we were going to check it out, because I guess what they were telling my wife is that on Friday, tomorrow, they're supposed to have a very incredibly rare midweek shipment because something happened with one of their auctions where the delivery basically overstocked their storage rooms that they have on site. So they basically had to go in there and add this inventory that they weren't planning to add until next week, like they would normally do, because they basically take Sunday off, and that is their restocking day. And then they open on Monday through, I think it's Monday through Saturday. Or no, it's Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday is when they're open. Saturday and Sunday they're closed. Well, one of those where we were talking and it's like, let's go check it out, see what we can find, because you never know what kind of stuff you can find at these kind of places. And the last time we went, we ended up getting like one of those forehead thermometers. And I looked it up on like, the same exact brand that you could get at Walmart. It was like, I think like $20 to $30, something like that. And we ended up spending like $3, $4 on this thermometer. It's never been opened, never been out of the package. And it worked great. It worked absolutely fantastic. It's what we used, when we weren't feeling well and all that stuff. So you never know what you can find. And they got all sorts of stuff. They got furniture. They got, they got tons and tons and tons of different stuff. But it was just a cool little concept, and we decided that we were going to do that come tomorrow. So one of those that we're gonna have to start wrapping things up, but want to get through as much as this as we can. And it's also starting to get dark in game, so I know that makes it really difficult for everybody to see and whatnot. So I'm not going to be doing too much more here tonight. Just want to get through this as quickly as possible. Let's see. Jonah says, I used to assemble dishwasher motors. Oh, no kidding. That's cool. Yeah, it's one of those, like I said, it was, I was very much shocked in how simple it was. That should, not that it was, not shocked. Shocked is the wrong word. Just, I guess, surprised that it was far more simple than what I was thinking it was going to be to install that dishwasher. Because honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why I thought it was going to be more difficult than what it was. Honestly, the most difficult part, had I not built up the subfloor the way that I had, it would have been done in probably an hour. Probably would have been done in inside of an hour. It was just that straightforward. But because I had to contend with the subfloor and get everything kind of, taken care of with that, it just took a lot longer than originally anticipated. Alright, so we're closing in on the end of this field. Let's see. Benji says, that's just like watching a how-to-do video. Yeah, 100%. And that's one of the best things about the internet nowadays, is that it makes jobs that used to be, so unwieldy or unknowable, undoable, doable. Like, I can't tell you the number of times where I've done, like, car repair. Perfect example. My wife had an old, I think it was a 2003 Jeep Liberty, if I remember correctly. And she ended up getting a radiator leak at one point. And I ended up getting, an estimate as to how much it was going to be. And it was like almost $1,000 to have them do the radiator and the coolant exchange and all that stuff. And I'm like, no. I'm not spending that kind of a money on a almost 20-year-old car to no. We're not doing that. So I ended up looking up online. It's like, what kind of like work am I in for if I were to buy the radiator and do it myself? And sure enough, found the same exact model, the same exact everything, and just gave me a step by step as to how to do it, and saved hundreds upon hundreds of dollars doing it myself. And it's the one thing, like, if you are at all inclined into, you know, being able to do like at-home repairs or anything like that, the internet is a great tool to be able to help to kind of guide those who don't exactly know every single ins and out, every single step that you can do. But like I said, I've done major, minor, car repair, and I know more than the average person when it comes to cars, when it comes to, electronics, when it comes to just fixing things and working on things in general. I know more than the average bear, kind of thing. And it's one of those where that also helps. And again, because I had a father who, always worked with his hands, who's, done all sorts of, work in his lifetime, I got to see a lot of that stuff firsthand. So I'm able to kind of, know and understand how, a lot of things work in the abstract, and able to kind of pick up from that as a kind of starting point. Let's see. All right, all those stones are picked up. Let's get this over. Now this I'm not going to be able to take through town. I'm going to have to go the long way. Let's see. Ken says just got a notification that there is a new update for Carpathian map. Yeah, so there was an update that released. What was it? Yesterday or the day before, and yeah, I mean it wasn't like a huge update or anything, but basically, the old update allowed you to have, or the old version allowed you to do root crops in your cow barns and stuff like that. They would allow you to do like potatoes and sugar beets in the feed mix. Well, they ended up, Mr. Hector ended up removing that because it ended up breaking the automatic animal feeders. So because it broke that, he basically removed it and made it to where now you can do alfalfa and alfalfa hay in the animal feeders, and it works fine now. So one of those that's really cool that he was able to fix that and get that up and running. So let's see, let's get this over here. Then we're going to have to take this back to the farm. Kind of go from there. There we go. Drop that down. All right. Now, whoa. Couldn't stop there. I think it's all the weight from the stones and going downhill there. I was just like, no, stop. Wasn't working at all. All right, so let's get this. So I think what we're going to do at this point is we're going to finish up the stone picking. We're going to finish this up. We'll go drop off the stones somewhere at the farm. And then I think we'll end up calling it an evening. I think that's where we're going to have to leave it off. Because like I said, I'm going to have a relatively early morning tomorrow. Let's see. Alright, there's lap number 1. Alright, let's keep on chugging along. Oh, oh, oh. Easy, easy. There we go. Let's see. Ken says that stone picker looks like bug with big feelers. Looks like a bug with big feelers. Yeah, right? That's funny. I tell you what, it works amazingly though. I absolutely love this stone picker. Again, normally I don't use the kind of, ridiculous version here. I wasn't expecting this one to be able to... I wasn't expecting the tractor to be able to pull at this speed. I was expecting to get bogged down and not be able to get up to speed. Just because of all the weight from the stone and all that stuff. But, I mean, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I'm shocked that it's actually working the way that I anticipate, or the way that it's supposed to. And just a pleasant surprise. Oh, 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 we're trailing off. We're trailing off. All right. Once we get this done, we're going to drop this off and kind of go from there. I think that's going to be a good point to kind of reel it back in. There we go. Back up, back up. Oof, oof. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Let's see. Ken says it makes a good seed bed though. Yeah. 100%. And I tell you what, I am really hoping that we're able to get all this stuff done. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Really hoping we're able to get this stuff done before the stroke of midnight. We need to at least get the planting done. If we can get the planting done, we can kind of get everything else in line. But if we don't get the planting done, then we basically miss out on the ability to plant oilseed radish as the cover crop. And we'll basically have to skip it. So we got to lime, we've got to do all this stuff before we can really call the month at an end. There we go. Got a little bit more to go. Just doing a little bit of night farming here. One of those I might lease out. One of those, not right now, but in future streams. If I'm doing night work like this, I might lease out one of those lizard lightweights, so that way it just kind of brightens everything up to make it to where it's a little bit easier for everyone to see. Because right now I'm not sure how it's coming through on the stream, if it's too dark or anything. If basically you all are looking at a black screen with just a little tractor in the middle, just kind of doing its thing. But with one of those lightweights, I think it'll be a little bit easier to see what's going on. There we go. That is everything here. Let's go ahead and double check. Looks like we missed one little spot in the plowing, but that's all right. All right, so like I said, we're going to take, 5,200 liters. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's take this back to the farm. Once we get this back to the farm, we'll dump it, return the leased equipment, and then, yeah, I think we'll be good from there. Let's see. Let's head out this way, make a right at this intersection. Yeah. Oh. I saw something. Well, look at that. Sweet. That's nice. $2,000 just by driving by. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Let's see. So I got to figure out a place to put this that's going to be on the farm but out of the way. Ooh, you know what? I think I know of an area. I think I know of a good area to kind of store this at for right now. Let's see. Let's go back in here. I wonder how the yard looks at night. I wonder if there's a lot of lights or anything like that. I haven't actually seen this map at night. Like, this is the first time where I've actually seen it where the lights are needed and all that. So this will be the first time I get to see the yard. And all right, well, there is some lighting here. That's cool. That's good to know. Not overly bright or anything. Okay. So I think a good... Whoa. Easy. I think a good spot for this would be over here in the corner. Oh, hey, that's the doghouse right there. I saw the dog running around the yard, but I had no idea where the doghouse was. Okay, let's dump this here. There we go. Perfect. We have stones. Look at that. That's excellent. We got a lot done today. We got a ton done. Got, what, 3 contracts? We got, let's see. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, we got 3 contracts. We got the grass done. We got hay made. We got silage in the making. We've got, let's see. We got all 3 of the fields plowed, limed. We also have this field that's chugging along too. That's going to produce some soybeans here soon. So that'll be nice when that gets all said and done. So yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good place to leave it. I think that yeah, I think we're going to have to definitely do something about the lighting, though, because I'm looking at the screen itself. You know what? Before we cut out, let me just check something just really quick. I'm going to lease a lightweight just to see if it helps out on the stream. I got the stream up just to see how it looks, because that might make or break whether or not we do a lot of night farming. But that lightweight, I mean, it does a very, very good job at lighting up the area. Like, pretty much everything around you is bright. But I want to see if that actually translates into us being able to see on the screen. So when I get there and I purchase the light, let me know what you all think in regards to the brightness level for any future night farming that we do. So now let's get the lightweight. That's down here. Weights. Standard. A little bit of weight's fine. I don't need a huge. And I hate that. Oh no, oh no. No, still no. Still no. There we go. Oof. Oh yeah, look at that. Alright, let me know what you think in the chat. How well does that seem to do for I think that makes all the difference in the world. But let me know what you think, because yeah, see, I think that lights up so much nicer now. I think that'll make working at night viable for streams and moving forward. What's that in the road? Oh, one of the signs I took out. But anyways, what do you all think? Do you think that's a pretty good option, or do we think that's going to be something we gotta work our way around? You know what? Why am I heading back to the farm? I need equipment anyways. Alright, so anyways, I will keep an eye out for anybody who responds in the chat. Ken says, hold on, I need my sunglasses now. Alright, so I will take that as a definite in the plus. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, at this point, I need to start signing off. Like I said, I've got an early morning tomorrow. Going to be doing some running. Ooh, we got 2 Jasper. Don't you do it. Jonah, I don't appreciate you trying to get Jasper on me like that. Anyways, going to be taking off here. I hope that everybody enjoyed it here tonight. I know I surely did. Yeah, look at that's going to make a much bigger difference. Go from that to that. Yep. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, if you did, please show me by, wow. Yeah, see, I am tired. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing and shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, hope everybody has a fantastic day. Y'all take care. That was Klaus. Jonah, stay safe, stay happy, everyone. Jonah, you as well. Ken, thanks for hanging out. Jonah, thanks for hanging out. Thank you all for hanging out. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.